Morning everyone. I apologize for my voice because I literally just woke up, and I also apologize because this video is actually being recorded on the same day that it's being posted, and that is because I just have been super busy at work and it's been very tiring, so I just didn't get a chance to record yesterday. So I'm recording today, and I figured I would do 5 questions on the random question generator, and I would answer them and let you guys know my answers to those. So it's gonna be a quick video. I apologize. I will definitely be taking more consideration in time next time, but I just want to let you know that that's why my voice is like this, and that's why it's a very quick video. So question number 1 that the generator popped up was, what do you do when you're in a bad mood to put you back into a good mood? And for me, usually it's playing video games. I really like first-person shooter games, and I like games that have a storyline. My favorite kind of game franchise is Fallout. I have played Fallout 3, Fallout New Vegas, I'm on Fallout 4. I've played Fallout 4 before, but I'm playing it again. I just really like the game, and I like kind of completing missions and also having like a main storyline. Aside from that franchise, I also like the Left 4 Dead franchise, which is a zombie shooter game, and I love playing it with Jonathan and with my best friend Jeremy. When we used to play it in college, we would just like, everyone would gather around just to watch us play because we were so funny in our reactions to each other and just like what was happening. If I'm not playing video games, I usually just kind of like lay in my bed. That really calms me down. Sometimes I'll go on like TikTok or YouTube. Other times I'll like watch old cartoons or old TV shows from my childhood. I've been watching Victorious a lot lately, which is really funny. So those are the things I do when I'm in a bad mood and want to be in a good mood. So question number 2 is, what should they teach in high school that they don't teach? And I think mine is more of a, they don't really spend in-depth time on it. I don't know, I haven't been in high school in several years, but I definitely think that there needs to be more of interpersonal communication classes, social etiquette classes, and also classes on mental health, which are the classes I think that do happen, but I think it's more of a factual based thing instead of a, this is what someone with mental health disorder A feels like every day. And I think that that would really help because we have so many people in the world who are having more and more problems with mental disorders, and there are more people now than ever who are diagnosed with mental disorders. I think that that's an important part of breaking the stigma around mental health and actually teaching people that it's okay to get help if you feel like you are spiraling or you need someone to talk to. The next question, question number 3, is, do you think there should be limits on free speech? And the answer to that question is not really. I think as long as someone's not inciting violence and telling other people to go harm someone or telling someone that they need to die or something like that, I think free speech is very important. In a lot of cases, different sides of different stories aren't shared because people don't have free speech in different countries. In our country, I feel like a lot of people willingly don't share their opinions because they know that they'll be ostracized by family members or friends, and it kind of sucks because people change their opinions on some stuff. People grow up, people change. I am one of those people. I used to have very strong opinions about certain things that have now changed due to just growing up personally, and also recognizing that logically I couldn't tell someone how to feel if I don't want other people telling me how to feel. So I think people should be able to speak their mind. Your opinion matters, and if you want to talk about it, you should be able to talk about it, and you should be able to talk about it without fear of being fired, without fear of being ostracized from friends and family, which you can't really stop because, you know, they have their own, they can make their own decisions on who's in their life and who's not. Shameless plug, theopinionatedone.com. That's my blog. Go check it out. I share my opinions on there, and I also share just some fun articles. Some of these questions are really deep because question number 4 is, why do you think depression is so stigmatized in the world today? And to answer that question, I think depression is stigmatized because a lot of people who suffer from depression, which let me look up a stat. Okay, I was wrong. I thought that there was a statistic that said that men were more depressed than women. And to that, I would say, I feel like for men in particular, I feel like men are told by society and when they're growing up that they need to be the man. And I feel like men in particular, I know that there are some men who aren't like this, but I think men usually feel like they have to be strong for their family, they have to be strong for themselves, and so they don't seek out any sort of help when they have depression because they don't want society telling them that they're not a man. To keep a long story short, I think that society feels like depression is not a real thing, and that because it's something that affects the brain, it's not really there. When in actuality, depression as well as other mental illnesses actually can manifest in physical form. There can be physical issues that result from having depression. There can be physical issues that result from having general anxiety disorder, from pretty much any other mental disorder. And so I think that when people can't see the physical effects of anxiety disorder or of depression, they think that it's not really a thing. I actually used to go to a church where I was having physical issues that were keeping me from coming to every single service, although I was still coming faithfully on Sundays. One of the pastors actually sent a text to my husband and told him to man up and make sure that I got into church. And then I had to help him write up a message that basically explained that I had general anxiety disorder and it was manifesting in a physical form. And that's the first time they offered any sort of counseling or assistance, and I did not want it from them at that point because they were trying to make it out like my husband wasn't a man, and that it was crazy. We don't go to that church anymore. We found a church that's much more accepting, that's much more understanding of our situation personally, so I'm happy for that. So question number 5 is, what is the best way to stay motivated and complete your goals? And I think that this is different for everyone depending on your personality type. I think it's a lot easier for like people who are more technical to get things done. I found out recently, I took like a personality test at a marketing conference, and I found out that I'm actually a mix between a people person and a leader, and leaders are very task oriented while people persons are not. Kind of operate different ways depending where I'm at. When I'm at work, I have like the cleanest desk, everything's got its place. If it's not clean, I will take time out of my day to clean it. I make lists, I prioritize and do some things first. I make sure that I get stuff done. When I come home, it's a lot more chaotic, and I just haven't found a system that works at home because I feel like I turn off one side of me after work, and then when I come home, I'm a different person, kind of. I also don't really have structured time at home because I feel like I structure myself so much at work that when I come home, I don't want to be structured. But there are days when I feel good and I can have a structured time, and I do make lists at home sometimes. I have a whiteboard in here that has a list on it. I did download this app called Wunderlist, and it is really cool. It makes a little satisfying ding noise whenever you complete a task, and you can actually assign tasks to different people in your household, and they can download the app and they can see the tasks and do it. So that's really cool if you have kids and you have chores that they need to do and they have a phone in the app. Those were my 5 random question generator questions. Thank you so much for watching. I apologize for the quickness of this video. So yeah, I hope you all have an amazing day, and I'm gonna go sweat again today, moving some stuff from our workspace attic because I am actually moving from one place on campus to another place on campus with my coworkers, and it's exciting. There's going to be a lot more room, and it's just going to be a process. And yesterday was really physically taxing, and today should be too. So y'all pray for me. I'll talk to you later. Stay sassy.